Hey guys, Lukas Schwekendiek here, and today I want to talk to you about what you should do if you've wasted a lot of time. So you've probably experienced this at some point in your life, that you seem to have wasted a lot of time and a lot of energy and a lot of resources on some things. That maybe even you think you've wasted your entire life up to this point. I know for myself, I had this experience not too long ago, where I was completely crushed and it felt like I wasted my entire life and had nothing to show for what I did do. I studied, I worked hard, and I thought I was happy. And then that one moment, I thought that my entire life, everything I had done up till this point, was worth nothing. I had nothing to show for it. It was completely wasted. And you may have had a similar experience, or maybe not one that was that intense. But what do you do when you reach that point? What do you do when you realize you've wasted a lot of time? And what can you do if you don't want to waste any more time? The simple thing to do is to stop wasting that time. That's literally it. That's really all you need to do. You wasted your time up till now. Well then, where was it you wanted to go in the first place? What is it you wanted to achieve? What is it you wanted? Because if you're saying you wasted your time, it means you didn't do what you were supposed to do, or you didn't do that which you needed to get what you wanted. Otherwise, it would not have been wasted time. Otherwise, it would just have been time that you spent doing something. But that means you must have a direction in which you wanted to take this, and you didn't take it in that direction. In that case, it would be wasted time. So what is that? What is that thing you want? Most of the time, we don't know. We weren't even aware that we were wanting to go somewhere. We just thought we were living, and it was all good, and we tried to have a good time, but there was no real direction. But then it's not wasted time. It's just time spent. Everyone has to spend their time somehow, some way, shape, or form. But if you think you wasted your time, then think about that. What is it that you wasted it on? And then look, what do you need to do to get there? How do you need to spend your time to reach that thing? What do you need to do to not feel like you wasted your time? I know for me that in that moment, I did not know what that was. I didn't know where I wanted to go. All I knew was I didn't want to go anymore where I've been taking my life and what I spent my time on. Didn't want to do that anymore. That's the only thing that was certain. So then the first step was to figure out what it is I wanted to do. And there were a couple things that came up, and eventually I narrowed it down. And then it was all about getting that time to be spent effectively. And yes, that sounds like a lot of work. It sounds really stressful because you have to spend every minute of every day effectively. But what if you spend it on fun? What if you spend it on entertainment? What if you spend it on joy? Would that then really be stressful to spend that time on something amazing? Would that really bring you down? I know in society right now it's all spending your time working or spending your time being productive, spending your time doing something that gets you to improve yourself and it gets you bigger and stronger and you have to work out and be healthy and improve. But what if you just spend some time on having fun? You know, you don't always have to spend your time getting better. You don't always have to spend your time improving. And you don't always have to spend your time working. The point I want to make here is that you have to be aware of how you spend your time. Because otherwise it's going to be wasted again. Otherwise you're just going to have wasted 8 or 6 hours of that day. Or 60 hours in the week. Or 6,000 hours in a year. And that's a lot of time. So even if you want to go play video games or want to watch TV or want to watch a movie, then tell yourself, right now I want to spend 3 hours being entertained. And that's great. You need that too. But then after those 3 hours, you should go do something else. You should go work again. You should go be productive. You should do whatever you wanted to do that day. And if you said, today I want to spend 12 hours being entertained, then that's okay too, as long as you're aware of how you spend your time. Otherwise, it's just going to be wasted again. Because if you know how you spend your time, then if you feel like you wasted it, you're gonna have to hold yourself accountable to that and responsible, because you chose how to spend your time. If it was still wasted, and that's on you. You were aware of it, you chose to do this, and you messed up. But most of the time you're unaware, and then you just realize in retrospect that you wasted a load of time, and probably too much. So get on that. Become aware of how you spend your time. You can spend it on whatever you want. You can spend it on being entertained, on watching movies, on playing video games. But be aware of it. If you want to have fun right now, then set yourself a limit. Say, okay, right now I want to spend the next 4 hours being entertained. That's what I want to do with my time right now. Go for it. Go nuts. Fantastic. Awesome. You got the point. But then if you go over those 4 hours, then you're back into the wasting time zone. And you don't want to be there, because it doesn't feel good. Especially when you notice it's been years that you've wasted. Don't let that happen to you. Focus on how you spend your time. Spend it the way you want to. Don't let a single second go to waste. Because every time you waste a second, you will not get it back. It'll be gone forever. And that second, that one moment, might have been a really important one. Because it only takes a moment to fall in love. It only takes a moment to make a life-changing decision. And it only takes a moment to reach true happiness. Don't trade that moment for a wasted one. Choose to spend your time on your own terms. And don't waste another second of your time here. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more valuable content. And share this with a friend who's maybe been struggling with the way they spend their time, or who may have told you that they wasted too much of their time. I hope this helps you, and I hope you really take this to heart. See you in the next video.